Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dead Unicorn, where we're playing Vallanthia, the Open D6 system. I am here with Tarek. Oh, I'm Corey, and I'm here with Tarek, Matt, Sarah, and the Game Master, who is Howard. And it's a fantasy game, and we're glad you've joined us today. We're gonna have a great one today. It's. I feel it in my bones. It's gonna be amazing. And I'd like to start out by thanking my patrons scrolling in the upper right corner. My patrons aren't scrolling in the upper corner. Why are they not scrolling up there? There they are.
Lazy patrons, you start scrolling.
There they are. They are scrolling in the upper corner. If you go to my Patreon, you can vote for your favorite character, and then they get a special bonus. Today, we have a tie between Erda and White Ape, which is I'm playing White Ape, and Tarek is playing Erda, so it's up to the Game Master to decide who gets...
Well, Corey, since you go through so much trouble to host this, and you do so much work, I wanted to give you the choice between odd and even. That's how you thought you were.
I am always odd. I think being odd is the best. Tarek over there, he can be even.
All right. So we will go ahead and just roll a d6. Well, 3 odd. Worked out for you.
Okay, excellent. So I get a character point. It'll help me out today. It'll allow me to get some extra oomph to my rolls, hopefully. By the way, Howard, I did a long time ago send you an XP expenditure, and you never got back to me about it.
Did you email it to me?
No, I put it on Discord.
Wow,
yeah, I asked you if I could increase my stone shaping by a die.
I will look. I mean, just the skill?
Just the skill, stone shape.
Yeah. You certainly use it all the time, so absolutely you've justified the expenditure.
Yeah, I mean, I've been, for the last couple games, all I've been doing is that stone shape and stuff. So I appreciate that. Thank you. We can be, oh wait, before we begin, hey, if you find a little part of this video that you think is funny or clever or poignant or anything like that, make a comment with the hashtag DU Shorts and the time code, and I'll turn it into something and give you credit. It'll be cool. All right, now let's begin the game.
Which is good timing because I believe Sarah has just finished becoming beautiful. Before now, she looks like Medusa, snake hair, everything. But just for you fans, she's this. Although I think the snakes look good.
I have to do the makeup thing so I don't scare people, you know. Wouldn't want to frighten anyone.
If you turn the viewers to stone, they just won't watch anymore.
I know, it's so annoying.
It is a
Actually,
recurring...
they'll have to watch for forever.
They will.
They won't be able to turn it off.
This is our new marketing plan.
We just need a hypnotoad.
I can't make that sound without...
No, all you need is a fire inside a television and people will watch it. Terminator 2 can attest to that. Or was it 3?
Are you saying that Terminator 2 is a fire
I don't
inside of a
remember that.
TV?
Yes.
You know, as weird as that
Is it
sounds,
awful?
you know they actually make just fake fireplaces that you can actually sit and watch. So you're not wrong. I just don't know the reference.
I thought he meant like Terminator 2 is a garbage fire inside of a television.
No.
That
It
would
was
be
a
the
scene
first
inside
person I've
one of the
ever
Terminator
heard
movies.
to say Terminator 2 sucked.
That's why I was shocked.
Like I was making a reference to a
Yeah.
scene where like all the refugees are like sitting like all huddled together, and this one character was passing by like a pair of kids who were looking at a television set, and inside it was a fire that was active inside.
I have to say that retroactively, Terminator 2 sucks if you then add in all the movies that come after it and how those movies expand on the points in the first movie or in the second movie, making those points either totally nonsense or useless.
But with that logic, Matrix was a crap movie.
That's
And
right.
I refuse to
That's
believe
exactly
that.
right.
Well, it would be a crap movie if they had ever made sequels to the movie. If they made sequels, then yeah, you'd be right because they'd probably be bad.
Yeah, there
and they
are no
probably would tear apart.
sequels.
But since there are no sequels,
There are no
to the
sequels.
Matrix,
The integrity of that movie is intact, and there's
It's
nothing you can
perfectly
say
intact.
that will convince me that they're sequels.
exactly.
So, the Lights Peace Asylum has had a lot of new faces wandering the halls lately. There are 2 construction workers, a Masayan and a Wild Elf, contracted to build an entirely new wing all by themselves. There's a new guard, a Black Elf, fresh from working in the field as a member of the Azure Order, a religious militant group dedicated to slaying demons, monsters, and rooting out practitioners of dark magic. Last, there is the asylum's newest inmate, a mad mage and a mystic elf who speaks in demonic voice and has already demonstrated the ability to teleport himself out of his cell. These 4 people are secretly working together, undercover, to gain the trust of an inmate named Erdrek, in hopes of learning something about the rapidly spreading knowledge of necromancy within the city of Vallanthia. Erdrek only seems to speak in a demonic tongue or the language of the reptilites. It is believed currently that his demonic voice might be an actual demon residing inside of him and speaking through him. The Wild Elf, White Ape, recently made a deal for aid with another inmate. That inmate somehow magically granted Erda the ability to speak fluent reptile. White Ape is now left with the choice on whether or not to honor his side of the deal and take the mysterious inmate's brass lamp outside and leave it on the streets unattended. And that is where we start our game tonight. With White Ape. White Ape, what are you doing?
Okay. So, out of character, this seems very much like a genie. Like there was a genie trapped in there. You would think a genie could magic its way out, but I'm not sure about all the rules that genies follow in this world. So maybe if you put his lamp somewhere, then it's stuck in there. Like if I put the lamp in a bag, the genie can't pop out of it because it's in my bag. It's in an enclosed area. So, also, if I don't know if my character knows about genies, is there a role I can make?
A scholar check.
Scholar check. I don't know if I made that check last time. I don't think I did.
You did not.
So I will go ahead and
ended on the cliffhanger of him giving you the lamp and vanishing.
I will make a scholar check to see if I actually know about genies. Scholar's intellect.
It is intellect. If
I
you
am
don't
not
have the skill, it's straight intellect.
this. Dum da dum dum dum. Here I go and roll again. Dum da dum dum dum.
Well, up in Wild Elf School, we were picking the best berries out of the trees, and wild elves don't go to school.
Okay, so I rolled basic knowledge of the world of a 5. So if genies are part of basic knowledge, I got it.
What you basically know is whatever you just saw was definitely not human. It was a magical creature, and you made a deal with it, and it wants you to take this weird random object outside and put it on the street, and you don't know what the repercussions of not doing it would be.
So I also don't know what the repercussions of doing it could be, because I asked him I could deliver it to somebody. True. I could deliver this lamp to anybody, and instead he wants me to put it out on the street. And I know magic. It could be like it could explode and do terrible things to people.
It could.
So I was told to trust this person by by Erda, who said that my instructor, the guy in charge of the stone school, told him to do this. So I'm going to assume that whatever's going to happen can't happen if I put it in my bag, hopefully. Or actually, I could encase it in a rock and then go take it to my instructor and ask him about this and make sure it's all on the up and up, because he's the guy who said to trust him. So I think that is the best thing I can do, and I don't think that's like a metagaming I know what genies are kind of thing either. So
okay.
So I'm going to encase this lamp in stone.
All right, go ahead and make your stone shape roll.
I'm pretty good at this now that I have an extra die in it. Yeah, that'll do, boo.
All right, that is enough to shape the stone around the thing. Just
Okay, excellent. I'm gonna go back to tell him you're with me too, right? You're there. All right. All right, Tom.
Yes.
I tell you my plan. I tell you exactly what I'm going to. I think this is suspect. I told the guy I was going to deliver something for him. Delivering it to the street seems weird. I'm gonna go talk to my teacher, who was the one who told us to trust him in the first place, and ask him about this.
Can I do an intellect check, Howard, for that? Unfortunately, I have a very sore limitation on that, but yep.
you can. You do have to add in your big limitation, which I think for you is a -4.
When?
When you roll.
Am I still injured? Like I shouldn't be.
No, not that one. You don't understand anything about other cultures and societies other than your own.
Oh, so it's like roll -2 die.
Right. Well, no, and it's not a minus to the dice. It's a minus to
Hey.
your total of your roll.
So I
And
guess
it's whatever that number is on your sheet.
Okay.
So I guess there are no
Okay.
mushroom genies. So you're
There
SOL.
were no mushroom genies. If you'd like me to look up your character sheet and find that minus for you, I'll do it.
Well, it's also such a good roll too.
It's called
like a
cultural
10.
unfamiliarity. And I'm sure you have it too.
Mind you,
Yeah.
I am making an assumption that this is a genie. The game master has not told me anything other than
I have not.
here's a blue guy giving you a lamp.
All right. For you, because you've been very limited outside of your own culture, it is a +2 to +4, depending on what I think the difficulty will be, and scholars, one thing's included. So I would say there's almost no chance you've ever encountered this before. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the 4-point limitation.
Okay.
And
so-
you rolled a 10, so you're at a 6. You are exactly where your friend was, which so you're just like, could be anything.
Well, White Ape, I am currently unsure, but if you feel that this is the best thing to do, I have truly no say in the matter. Perhaps
you
your
have
teacher
all of the
might be
say in the
best.
matter. We're a team. We're doing this together. I'm asking you.
We're a team. We're doing this together. He says in a language that no one other than Tom understands.
In Terran. While I understand this, my knowledge of creatures and culture above land is extremely unfamiliar. Like this sounds like a strange individual for sure, but
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely.
But I wouldn't be able to tell. In this reformatorium, if this prisoner was locked so deep away underground, and judging by the actions of what that dwarf has done to the animal, and also attempting to reach out to those who pass by his cell, out of character, is Tom aware of what Esri experienced, when they first heard the voice of the genie?
I don't remember if your character was saying next to him. I know that White Ape was next to her. Do you remember, Sarah, if Tom was there?
I don't remember.
I don't think he was.
I don't think I was there either. So I'm continuing with what Tom was saying. He will say, so far, I wouldn't know if this creature was a bad actor or not, but magic has its way of worming itself into the minds of others.
That's exactly the reason that I need to go talk to my instructor, who is in magic, the head of the school. That's exactly why I should talk to him, right?
I would think so.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad we're on the same page. Let's go tell Esri.
All right.
Okay. Are y'all are gonna close it back up the cell with Erda in it?
Yep.
All right.
Well, Erda can
Before
talk.
they leave, Erda, did you have anything to add? Or yeah, that's what I'm saying. Before they leave, did Erda have anything to add?
No, I.
You
So this whole conversation is going on. What I would like to do while that's happening in front of me, sitting down, now realizing that I can speak Reptiloid, I would like to make a scholar check to theorize as to what the hell just happened to me. I am also naive and uncultured, only in the collegiate society of the Mystic Elves, who strive to learn things. But I am a actual scholar, so I don't know if you want to give me the same ±4 or a -2. Either way, I'm gonna try to figure it out.
Let me double check. Did you say +2 or up to +4?
Mine says mine is a rank 2, R2,
Right.
and it says that's it. That's all. It says in most other societies,
okay.
Mystic Elves come across as naive and excitable.
All right. That means it's a +3 to a +6 in checks. It includes scholar. I say that because you're at rank 2.
Oh, okay.
However, it is a collegiate society that and you would know more about magical based things. So I'm going to limit it to the 3.
Okay. Makes sense. All right, here's my scholar check.
All right. You've rolled a total of a 10, -3 is a 7.
Yes. Jeez, I cannot believe that. Well, at least the ones came.
That is a stupidly low roll for you. Acknowledge it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I don't know. I just sit there dumbfounded, like, hold on.
That was the weirdest thing you ever saw.
What?
You know what?
Happened?
You know what? Them tricky demons can do all kinds of stuff, but you can't think of any reason why a demon wants someone to take a lamp outside. So maybe it's not demons.
Yeah, maybe it isn't demons. Maybe it's just some kind of weird air creature. Maybe that's why he was in the rock, because he's an air creature. I just sit there and start staring off in the distance, kind of rubbing my chin as you guys walk away and seal the door behind you.
But what is with his power to teach people languages? That's the weirdest.
Yeah, oh, that's a good point.
Also,
did I inhale some kind of...
Because you have the book and there's still a little bit of light left, go ahead and make a perception. I guess search is the right word. To notice something.
Jesus, I'm rolling a ton of ones.
Nope.
So...
Also, you had a high roll there, optionally, but you have rolled crap, so...
Yeah. I'm actually good at both of these things. I just happened to roll that.
That's been happening to me a lot.
You've got a lot going on in your head right now. You're thinking about You're like the scholarly part of your brain is actually trying to sort all of this new information, and you're like, okay, so all of these words that you've learned include a lot of things that aren't necessarily as expanded on in the regular vocabulary of either elves or humans. Why are there 5 different ways to talk about egg sacs and egg places? Oh my gosh, you're learning things about reptile society. The reptilites do this, the reptilites, and you're just like, you can't stop sorting it in your mind with your big giant brain is just so focused on way too much info.
Yeah.
And that's why you're failing every other roll.
Yeah, my intellect is peaked and I'm no longer able to focus.
It's like a teapot, and you got too much water in it. And now you forgot that your dad won a trophy for college football or something.
6th grade math gone.
There are 3 different words for patagia, which is that skin flap that some creatures have that allow them to fly or glide. And yet, as far as you know, no actual reptilite has that. It's interesting. And then part of you wants to know, why do they have so much focus on that if none of them can do it?
Yeah. Some reason for that.
We only have the one word, and we never talk about it because none of us have that flap. Well, I've met some ladies that were fairly flappy down there, but we won't talk about that.
I'm flappy.
Are you a little flappy?
Yeah, I'm a flap. Flapper.
Like the Bugs
A
Bunny
nice
when he flexes his muscle and it turns into like a U shape and he just like it dangles.
That's me.
So White Ape and Tom are looking for Esri, who was last seen going about her rounds and being the only person here that actually seems to take her job seriously. Probably because she's the effing new guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
those
told
new
you
guys
she comes from a militaristic society, and you're expected to get your shit done, or else.
Whereas the people here are looking at you like, I hate it when the new guy is always like, hey, it's time to do the rounds. Hey, it's time to... God, dude, just chill.
Yeah. Hey, you forgot to feed those guys for 3 days. Ugh, whatever.
He's a bad person or he wouldn't be here. God.
Not
Look,
everything
Loves it.
needs to eat every day.
if I feed him, he's just gonna poop, and then I have to clean the latrines, and then he's just gonna be hungry again. And I have to feed him again. Okay, it's a never-ending
Dude,
cycle.
I actually
Never-ending
heard
cycle, right?
from a guy that heard another guy who was near the area where the dude was, and the dude was complaining, and he didn't even have a toilet. So if we feed him, we're doing him a disservice.
Is that how that works? Okay.
Because there's got to be one stoned guy in every operation, man.
It's like the logic that I don't clean up because it'll just get dirty again, and I'll have to clean it again. So this is fine.
Okay, so like it snowed, and you're like shovel the walk, and I'm like, the sun will come.
Eventually.
And I hate to take away from the sun's grandeur. I'm all about the light here at the Lightspeed Asylum.
All right, Esri, where is she?
Let's see. I actually don't remember what I was doing because it was 2 weeks ago.
I said
Howard?
not to join
I
us
will.
when we were talking to the weird guy because he might whammy you again.
Oh, right. I cloaked you guys and sent you on your merry way, right?
Right.
I do remember you specifically doing that, and I think you did that while you were on your rounds. By the way, and this would be the time for you to tell me, would you like to try and engage any of our other inmates in conversation while you're on your rounds, or are you just, here's your grub, shut up and take it?
No, I will go ahead and chit chat with all of them, ask them if they need anything, if there's anything specific
All right.
that, any problems they have.
I literally cannot find you on this map, and I feel like I should. I know that you're good at hiding, but your token should be able to hide from me.
Shouldn't be able to hide from the DM, right?
That is a special kind of talent when the DM can no longer find you.
She's
And
right
you've got
there
that
in
big
the.
screen too, so what's
I'm
your
poking her.
excuse?
Oh, I see her. I see her. All right. Cool. Okay, so we will put you in the hallway, and if you were going to talk to one of these people, my grid is just slightly off. I can't put you in the hallway. It's making me put you either in the one wall or the other. Stupid grid. Anyway, who would you like to try and talk to? I'll already tell you, this fellow here is feral and keeps trying to attack you or anyone else that comes near the bars. This lady has yet to respond. You can tell she's drooling. She seems like a very pretty redheaded human woman with blue facial tattoos. You can't get a good look at them. They look intricate, but from the distance and the darkness, you can't really get a good look. But you do see the light glistening off of her saliva. She's just kind of like her head's a little tilted forward, and you see the drool string. She doesn't seem to take care of herself.
Charming.
Yeah. Then there's this woman who is another black elf.
Right.
And then there's this woman. I can't remember for sure. I don't think you were the one who encountered her when she was drawing on the walls. I think that was our craftsman. But there is a woman here that you were told about that she carves on the wall because a certain guy who was infatuated with you told her story. Essentially, he said that she likes to draw on the walls, and she seems to keep finding a pebble or anything she can, even in her own fingernails, to try and cut into the wall pictures. Down here, we have Huber, who claims to be Huber Villan, as in grandfather of the current princess, the woman who is not actually ruling the land because she's too young. There's a regent currently in place that is kind of supposed to be keeping the kingdom together until she's of age. And then there's this fellow over here who had a bunch of burn scars. And at the moment, I'm actually blanking on his backstory, but I have it written down and I will look at it because I need to. Let's see. That is Derek, 30-year-old man with a burn scar on one side of his face. He said his face was shoved in fire by a crimson soldier to make a point. And that's about it. That's all you know about all these people. So who would you like to be talking to right now? Who engages your interest the most? Like, which of these people?
Guess we can start with the black elf.
Racist. Just because she looks like you. No, I'm just kidding. I actually assumed you would actually pick that. But I want to give you a fair shake there and let you decide.
And I will talk to her in our native language.
All right, you speak to her in Sylph with your thick Black Elven accent. What do you say as you approach there? You've got her food tray for her, so you've got her interest by default.
Right. Well, I will go ahead and offer her her meal. Ask her if she's doing all right.
Yes, I am fine. She comes forward and she takes her meal and she just kind of backs away slowly and begins to eat. And she'll glance up and see that you're still there.
Is there anything that you need? Anything you'd like to tell me about?
Well, not sure what you want to know. I'm fine. I find the food palatable, but not the best.
So nothing I can get for you or that you're in need of?
Not that I can think of that I think you would do.
Try me. Is there something that you actually need?
Freedom?
Yeah, that might be a bit of a stretch. How did you end up here in the first place? You're a long way from the caves.
My husband was the Svartalfar ambassador. His name was Dermata. And he was slain. And it seemed easier to lock me up than allow me to go home and tell people why I'm here. Because I know who slayed him.
Who slayed him?
She looks at you pointedly and says, "How attached are you to your sash?"
Not as much as you might think.
It wasn't one of your order, but the red ones.
Was or wasn't?
She says it wasn't one of your order because you're wearing that not crimson. You're wearing the Azure Order sash.
Yes.
She says it wasn't one of your order, but the red ones. However, it is known that the two orders are both intricately tied within the church, which is tied to the entire politics of the kingdom.
And why would they want to kill your husband?
Unfortunately, I don't know, and I'm not able to investigate any of that because they came in, they did what they did. I ran, but I was caught while I was seeking help. I thought I had found people that would help me, but I was turned over to more people in sashes, the red ones. But they brought me over to this place, which is run by people with your sash.
I see. That does sound like a grave injustice. Do you have anyone on the outside who could speak for you, might be able to help you get out of here?
My husband was the ambassador, so anyone that I would know would be back home. I'm from, and she names a city that I'll tell you what. I'll let you make a scholar check to know it, but because because it is a part of your race, you get a +3 automatically because everyone has a +3 to native things that they are native to. So intellect, if you have scholar, you can roll scholar. Otherwise, straight intellect +3.
I do have scholar.
Oh, cool. Then make a scholar check, and then whatever the total is, we can add 3.
Okay.
I think I heard it, but I'm not seeing it pop up.
18.
Oh, there it goes. Okay. All right, and when you add 3 to that, that's a heck of a roll. Yeah, you know not only what city she is from, but with a 21, that's a fairly difficult roll. You've heard a little bit about the politics of the city, and you've heard of the Spartavar ambassador Dramata, who was slain, and word had eventually gotten back to the Svartalfar about it, but it was not how she's describing it all. What was told to your people was that he was slain by the Apostlehood of Flame, which is the opposite of the light. It's like another. It's sort of like Islam to Christianity. They both worship the God, the Creator, and they follow a book that seems very similar and has a lot of the exact same stories. However, the flame is very much more focused on vengeance and using the light of the fire to protect yourself, whereas the light people are very much of the light comes from above and protects us all, and they're very about peace. Well, the story you heard, it was the Apostle of Flame that broke into the capital of the kingdom and attacked, and they had slain him. You never heard anything about it being anyone from the Crimson Order or someone associated with the light. So either she's lying, crazy, or telling the truth, which would be the most upsetting of the 3.
Well, I can't think of any reason why she would lie about that.
Unless it's the crazy option, because crazy.
Yeah, but she seems pretty rational, right? She doesn't seem.
At the moment, she seems calm and normal. Yes.
Okay. What was your name?
Dang it. I had it like up in a second right before you asked her. Darnaya. And
Darnaya.
Darnaya, and that is a like fairly common, although not like John or Mike, but a fairly common name amongst females of your race.
Okay. Darnaya, my name is Ezri. I'm going to look into what you've told me and see if I can help you.
If you do
but
this,
don't breathe a word of this to anyone else, all right?
I won't, but if you do this, just be sure no one sees you doing it, or you might find yourself in a cell like me or worse.
Understood. I'll be discreet.
She nods, and then she just goes back to eating and kind of watching you to see if you say anything else.
I'll go ahead and move on to the next cell, check on the next prisoner.
All right. Who would you like to talk to next? I'll give you one more scene before we move on and check on someone else.
Let's see, who's in the next cell over?
The one across from her?
Yeah. The one who
she's
draws on the
fun.
walls, right?
Yeah, that's the one. That is
Hi.
Gimma Gastain. Gimma, you've heard about. You haven't spoken to her really. She hasn't really made it a point to try and talk to you either. She takes her food. She gets up and she walks around more than some of them do. She certainly more than Darnaya does. But she I'll give you this without making you make a streetwise check. I will say
Okay.
that you'll notice that sometimes when you pass by her cell, she is sitting and holding herself in a very regal position and looking at things. But other times, she's like on all fours, going and grabbing stuff and looking around, which gives you the idea that she is touched. Something's not completely right about her.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Right.
I'll basically do the same thing. Check on her, ask her if she needs anything, if there's anything she wants to ask me for or tell me.
All right. We'll just say just make a persuasion check real quick.
Okay.
See how you come across to her. Because I have a harder time role playing her, and you might eventually find out why. Also, you don't have the bonus of being the exact same race as her. Man, my stuff is coming through slow. I keep hearing it and then waiting and waiting. I still don't see it.
It's an 11.
It's an 11? All right. I believe you. I assume it'll come through eventually. All right. So with an 11, she looks at you kind of like, I'm sorry. I just noticed a note on here. It says, I have to make a roll. Hey, there it is. It's 11. You told the truth. Which I assumed. All right. She eyes you, and she kind of stands up, and she looks regal for a moment, almost in her rags. I mean, her clothes are torn and tattered. They barely cover her naughty bits. She looks like a middle, older, not quite mid, somewhere that area between middle-aged and elderly, like maybe in the 50s. And she has an almost regal bearing for a moment as she eyes you, and then she kind of slumps a little, looks closer, and then she goes, "Nang nang ah." Make a streetwise check. I can't say more than that without you noticing stuff.
I like that noise you made though. Can you do it one more time?
All right. Are you stopping there? Because you always have character points stuff before I say anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop there for now.
Okay. With that,
That is crappy roll, I know.
yeah, it is. You would guess either she's not all there and can't talk, but there's something in you that says she might have a speech impediment, but you're not sure what it is. Like something seems off. Like she's trying to say something, but it's just not coming out.
All right.
She takes her food and she looks at you and she starts eating her food.
I'll look at her and go, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Could you try to tell me again a little slower?
I'm fine, leave me alone.
All right. I'll check back on you later on.
Okay. Did anyone actually guess what I said there? Just out of curiosity. I'll assume that's a no. All right, so
Yeah.
You want to tell us out of character?
Heard the last one. I got the last part, but
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
got
get
the last one
first
too, but not the other two.
that's fine. All right, cool.
Your business.
All right. So meanwhile, we will flip back to I think we'll flip back to Erda because White Ape, I think, is White Ape. Am I correct in understanding you're heading out of the building?
Well, we got.
Corey?
Well, we gotta wait for Ezra to smuggle us back out of this area, or Ezri to smuggle us back out of this area, right? We just can't leave. She
walked you back there. Oh, that's right. She didn't walk you back there. She made you stealthy.
That's right.
So you don't need me. You're stealthy on your own.
No, we do need you to walk us back to where we came from. Otherwise, we'll be walking past the guards again. That was the entire plan, is you would smuggle us there and smuggle us back.
Okay, wasn't the effect I put on them, didn't it stay on them?
It does. They're still shadowy.
Okay.
As long as they attempt to be stealthy, they should be fine.
Okay. Then we can go back on our own. All right. Yeah. Then I guess I'm just going.
Yeah, the effect stays with you.
It's not like invisibility in D&D where it's cast on you and then you touch something that's immediately gone. You just have a stealth bonus.
Okay. I thought it might have went away. Okay. So yeah, I'll take off. I'll leave. I'll go. I'm gonna go to the Temple of the Earth.
Okay. So I won't make y'all to roll to walk past the guards just because it seems inane and not fun to the story. So, all right, you want to go ahead? As soon as you get to this point anyway, you're back in the area where you could be. So it's not too big a deal. All you have to do is just walk past one room. Tom, are you going with your friend or are you staying here and working?
I mean, it'd be kind of suspicious if we just kind of disappeared, so I would, hang back and continue working.
I want to just say this out of character, out of game. It's not suspicious if you two say, hey, we go get some supplies, and the two of you leave together.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Two contract workers walking out on a job to go do a thing is nothing new to anyone.
Lunch break.
I'm just kind of wondering
That's very true. Especially
I'm just kind of wondering though, what would be the reasoning behind Tom going out?
Your character might not be familiar with human society, your friend doesn't have that particular flaw, I don't think. So I just want to let you all know, if you want to leave Tom behind to work, that's cool. If you want to take him with you, that's cool. I'm just saying you can do whichever.
I don't have any reason for Tom to be up on the surface at the moment. So,
okay.
Well, here's the thing. If I have a bomb in my bag, I might need your help.
Okay. I mean, good enough reason.
That's a pretty strong reason.
If you don't come with me, I blow everyone up. Okay, Jesus Christ, fine.
All right. The two of you walk out. Honestly, no one asks you any questions when the two of you are walking out. They don't ask you where you're going while you're leaving. No one looks at you suspiciously as the two of you walk by unless you do something weird.
Nope.
So the question is, do either of you feel like you should do something weird?
Yeah. Let's go for our totally normal lunch break. We are not taking anything out of here.
Just like normal humans do. Even though an elf and a mushroom.
And the mushroom responds with, "Nya."
Which, honestly, even that wouldn't get you stopped. That would just get you stared at as you leave, and then everybody would be excited to make jokes about how lame you two are after you've left.
He reminds me of the vaudeville theater actor.
They'd be like calling other guards over, hey, Adam, check this out. They left, they were doing this. I'm a normal person. I'm a mushroom person.
Well, of course, obviously, we don't do that.
But yeah, but anyone doing impression of you has got to make it far worse.
Humans are all like, I like stew and being in walled cities. Knack, 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 knack. And elves are all like, hey, man, enjoy these trees. I don't know. I grew up in the late 90s, or I grew up in the early 90s where that kind of humor was all, that's all black comedians did. That's all.
What? They make fun of elves and humans?
I think there's a Simpsons gag
Darn
where
you,
it's
Dave
like,
Chappelle.
isn't there like a Simpsons gag where there's like a black comedian on TV and he's like, white people drive like this, and black people drive like this. You know?
Wasn't that just a Simpsons thing, though?
That's a Simpsons. It was. That was a lot of the comedians were doing
No,
stuff.
he's right. I do know what he's talking about. There are some black comedians that make all white guys have like this weirdly nasal voice. Oh, I wouldn't do that. That seems inappropriate. And
The Poindexter
just-
voice.
And
I don't know why, but I actually haven't met those particular white guys. I'm sure they exist. I'm not trying to down anyone's comedy.
no, of
because-
course not. It's funny stuff.
Not my point.
It's not like it's not funny.
It's all Corey's fault.
I have no idea what you guys are
Corey's
talking
racist.
about. but okay.
Anyways, off we go.
This doesn't get to be a short, just so you know. Anyway,
Put the time
That
code
would have
in the
been a funny
comments.
short. Howard making his thing.
Temple of
so
Earth.
y'all head topside. You exit the temple. You're walking along, and as you're walking, Corey,
Yes.
go ahead and make a search check, because that is perception in this game, apparently. I feel like I need to
Alright.
rename it. I know that that's what the D6 called it, but I feel like search sounds more active, and sometimes you just might notice stuff.
That does seem fair.
Is that acumen or I don't have a search skill?
Acumen.
Acumen, yeah, it's acumen. That's right.
Alright. Sounds good. We got it. Well,
It's doing the slow thing on me again. So just tell me.
13. The last die exploded.
All right, cool. Oh, there it is. It is so weird, the weird delay I'm getting on this. Maybe it's because of where I am. I don't know. I'm very far from Alaska. It takes a long time to get that beam across from Alaska to Texas at the Gulf. So. All right. So you're looking around, and as you're walking, you see some guys that like turn to look at you like you have done something wrong, like you just called them a name,
Uh-oh.
like you just walked by and were like, bikers are wimps, and like all these big bikers are like, hey, you get that effect. That's not bikers, of course, because that's not a thing. It's actually like these four guys in armor. They aren't wearing any sashes indicating a particular order. Their armor doesn't match each other. It's just four guys in armor that are looking pretty buff. And but with that roll, you also, for just a moment, think you saw something blue on the other side of them, like maybe a large hunched figure. But then it's almost like you blink and you miss it. He's not there. You didn't see anything except because it's clearly not there, but you think you did. And these four guys look at you and you're like, what? What'd you say, elf boy? And they start walking over.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Okay. I guess it's running time.
Corey's like, how fast can this character run?
All right, we're going to just hit the initiative.
Yeah,
on
sure.
this
Let's
one?
just run.
I'm down with that. I will roll my group initiative for these
Wait,
fellows.
is running agility or physique?
Should
Should
I do-
physique.
It's
I do a
physique?
search check for like wondering what the heck is up, or like am I just completely caught unawares? With,
I will allow you to make the same roll. There was a reason I targeted Corey, but I will allow you to make the same roll.
Here's the
for
thing.
notices.
If it's physique, I don't run because I'm not outrunning anybody. I have a physique
Agility.
of 2. It's stupid. It'd be like, you know.
You know what you have, though, that average mooks don't? Character points.
No, I don't. I got the 1 character point. I spent everything else. I got 1.
Oh,
You don't give us a
Well,
lot.
I will say this: you got one more than they do. All right, go ahead and make your roll there. And that's a fair point. There's no reason you couldn't make the roll.
Oh, dang it. Of course, my
18.
wild die.
So a
Yeah.
10. It's not
Oh,
bad.
my wild die was 1.
Stupid roll, wild die.
Yeah,
That
so
was a good roll otherwise.
Yeah.
It's still, even without that, it's still 11, which is enough to notice the same thing. In fact, the exact same thing. But they're pointing at your friend. You notice that. And that they're like, what did you say? But for a second, like a blink and you miss it moment, you think there was like a large blue figure like hunched over on the other side of them talking to them, and then you don't see it. He's gone. You just see these 4 guys that are pretty sure your buddy talked some crap.
Oh boy.
Yeah, if it's
what
physique,
did
I'm not
you say
outrunning
to
them.
White Ape?
I'm not running because there's no way I can outrun people. It is an impossibility. So,
It's not impossible. There are dice and stuff.
unless they have physiques of 2, unless armor gives you big physique penalties to running, which I don't think it does.
Over encumbrance does. The question is, did they actually over encumber themselves? And you don't know.
Exactly. So, like, the odds are against me. So, no reason running. It'd be stupid. Might as well talk my way out of it.
All right.
Because I have 3 dice to talk my way out of something, but 2 dice to run away.
So what do you say?
So, I say, I'm just gonna straight up lie and say,
The mushroom said it.
and I'm not gonna point at mushroom.
Apologize. Go ahead.
That would be genius.
He knows ventriloquism.
And then just run.
Mushroom powers.
Mushroom did it. Run. Everybody run. We don't know what he's capable of.
Then I'll have to expand myself at least around one of the guys and consume them. Hopefully that's enough. Hopefully that's enough to dissuade the rest of them to leave me alone.
It won't convince them that you weren't talking smack. It might convince them that's not worth it to fight.
I say, oh, hi. I was just saying about how the knights here are really impressive. What, did you hear something different? It might have been because we're so far away from each other.
Make a persuasion check, sir.
All right. God frick! Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
that wild!
I pull my
freaking
sword
die.
out and stab myself 5 times, cause whatever. This game. This fucking game.
Hey, there it is, and I can finally see it. All right. Wow, a 6 and a 1. That is a pain in the butt.
Every 6th roll. every like clock.
Not
Have
for
I
you,
rolled
sir.
6 times now? No,
No,
it's the 6th time.
that's what I'm saying.
1.
Not for you. For you, it's every 3rd roll because the world hates you.
Yeah, right. Like, I don't
think
mind
that
critical failures on a D20 when it's a 1 in 20 chance, a 5% chance. But here, it's a freaking 1 in 6!
All right, calm down.
So, I'm sorry.
All right. So you say that, and you seem you can actually feel like your nervousness coming through your voice as you're speaking, and you're like, oh, this doesn't sound convincing. As they're approaching you and going, what do you mean you don't like the light? Are you saying you're one of them flame boys? You worship the flame? And they start drawing their swords. Because I know we can get some money for the head of flame worshippers.
Oh, gee.
All right.
And you're like, I have no idea what these people are talking about.
I don't. I have no idea. As they draw their sword, I put my arms into the ground and pull up a suit of armor.
All right, awesome.
I thought you were going to say, I put my arms into the ground and disappear into the ground.
I
Let's
can't
go ahead
breathe
and
down
drop
there.
initiative. Before
I was,
you do that,
I was thinking that what he would do is like, he would put
Well,
his
if
arms
they
to
get-
the ground and then
if they get a
shift to where they trip over.
If they
That
get a
would've been
prepare
fun.
action to pull out their swords, I want to prepare action to put on armor.
Prepare action's not a thing.
They
If
got
you
an
have a
action.
sword,
Take out the word prepare. They got an action to pull out a sword. I want an action to put on some
you
armor.
got an action to try and persuade him not to.
Fine. Okay. Let's die. I'm ready for a new character.
Oh no!
All right, man.
But I'm just saying, if they're pulling out swords, I would be putting on armor. Like,
you
weird.
tried to persuade them not to. You
were they
failed.
pulling out swords
They
while I
pulled
was
their
persuading them?
swords.
Were they pulling out swords while I was persuading them?
Yeah, it's all kind of a same time thing.
Then
before
I would be
call
putting on
initiative.
armor. I fuck persuading them. They were pulling out swords. I put it on
You
armor.
were talking.
You didn't describe that they were pulling out swords. I would have not been talking. I would have been putting on armor.
Okay, so
Corey, calm down. All right, Corey, listen to me.
All right. I'm
You
okay.
got an action. They got an action.
Initiative.
Now we're calling initiative.
Initiative.
I'm trying to remember what's initiative roll again?
Acumen.
Acumen. Okay.
Straight acumen. There's nothing that adds to it. Okay, I do not know what's up with the delay that I'm having.
I got a 12. Corey got a 16, and you got a 7.
Okay. I see everything but the 12.
Mine's coming up a little late. I was the last one to roll.
Okay. Corey.
All right.
Despite all of your grumbling, you're first.
Yeah. Doesn't I don't get an, they're gonna get action to attack me. I'm not gonna get an action to attack them unless I take a die penalty to do that. So, anyways, I take off my highest die. I think 5 dice. Let me see. One. Yeah. So I rolled a 10 to put on armor.
Okay. That's exactly what you need.
Excellent.
You create your suit of armor because it's a skill that you already have.
I swear that wild eye has it out to get you, Corey. What the heck?
And essentially, when you take damage, until you release this spell, when you take damage, you're subtracting 1 die of the incoming damage. Well, not subtracting one of their dice. You're rolling a die against it.
Okay.
Because you have 1d armor plus whatever you're already wearing.
Right.
So if you have like +2 armor, it's 1d plus 2. If you have
Got it.
1d armor, it's 2d armor.
So I have 2d plus 1 armor.
There you go. All right, so you have your armor on. You didn't subtract a die from what you rolled, so I'm assuming that's your only action.
Nope, that's my only action. If I subtracted a die from what I rolled, I wouldn't have gotten armor on. It's really like the game is hard. This game is hard to do stuff. Like I understand it in my head. It's easy to understand. It's just hard to do anything in it. The TNs are too high. The wild die it's too low. So like it's the probabilities are off. But that's okay. We're moving on.
Okay, next is Tom. Tom, what you gonna do while these guys are advancing on your friend, who is suddenly covered in rocky-looking armor?
All right. So I'm gonna do what I did with the bull and use some of my sand pods to see if I could stick at least a few of them in between each other, so that way they can stick to one another and encumber themselves, or like become their own obstacles. So that way they have more difficulty moving as a group.
All right.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm gonna roll for that.
How many of the targets? There are 4 of them. Are you going to try and affect with this ability?
I'm gonna try at minimum to get 2 of them.
Okay.
If I get more, that's a bonus for me. So that way they're like kind of stuck side by side. They're like, hey, no, you move it, you let go. You know, that sort of scenario.
All right. If you've already rolled, I'm sorry, you gotta tell me because this thing is
18.
Okay, cool. I haven't seen it yet. That's why I was being quiet. I was like,
Okay, no worries.
All right, cool.
I should be a little more
conscious.
conscious.
There it is. All right, I see it right now.
Hey, I ain't lying to you. No reason for me to do so.
I assume that y'all aren't going to lie because you know it's going to pop up eventually. But so I now see it. I was just trying to explain why I was being silent and waiting. All right. You throw your pot out and it goes, and you've exceeded. Yeah. All right. So 2 guys are going to be knocked down. And by this giant mushroom that just kind of like popped up on them. And they are not going to be advancing this round. They basically have lost their turn because they could get out from under it as their turn, but they won't have enough to. I mean, they can still try and attack, but if you subtract a certain number of dice at a certain point, you're not really attacking.
It's moot.
Right. So you've effectively ruined the turn for 2 of the 4 people. The remaining 2 guys are faced with a guy covered in rock armor and a guy who just knocked down 2 of them with a mushroom. So before they act, they need to make I'm just going to make a check for them to see if they're still interested in attacking.
Oh, and also to clarify with my previous roll, my intention was to create like one of those like sticky mushrooms like I did with the bull, like when I referenced The Incredibles. Like the last time I did that, that was my
the black sticky stuff. All right, yeah,
yeah, but I mean the mushroom works regardless. But
okay.
That's going to be like my intention to kind of hinder anyone that tries to attack anyone from my group or myself.
All right, I'm not going to give it the extra strength that like Mr. Incredible's supposed to be able to like throw tanks and stuff at people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to give your mushroom the ability to hold someone down with that kind of strength it would take to restrain Mr. Incredible because it's a mushroom.
Yeah.
But I will say it delayed them enough to make them lose their turn.
Okay.
And then the other 2 have lost interest. They're like, we're telling, and they say as they're just kind of running off. One of them will have enough presence of mind, like try and pull his friend who is, because the other 2 are like pulling themselves out from under the mushroom. One of them pulls his friend along. One guy's still kind of like pulling himself out of the mushroom. The other 2 everybody else pretty much gone. So y'all have defeated this encounter despite all of Corey's complaining. Because Corey doesn't understand that I am also aware of the math and have balanced encounters.
And
I am going to pat tell him on the back. That was great. That was amazing. We got to get back to the asylum right now.
All right.
And I start like running myself back there.
And I'm slightly confused, but like follow along.
Look.
All right. The 2 of you start making it back to the asylum. I'm sorry. Do you want to talk?
Yeah. As I'm running, I'm like, I saw the blue guy talking to them, and he did a whammy on them. I'm sure of it, which means that this lamp is somehow tied to him. So I'm putting the lamp back because I told him I wouldn't allow him to leave. So I hope that's the case. Otherwise, I'm screwed and he's free. But if I put the lamp back in there, and he's stuck back in there, everything will be all right. Hopefully. I hope.
I too saw the strange man as well. This is a concerning occurrence right here.
Do you not get out of breath? Are you? Oh, jeez! I wish I didn't have to get out of breath. Oh, come on, let's go.
I'm slightly a little conditioned, but I have high stamina.
Meanwhile, Erda.
I got a 5 stamina and a pip in it.
Meanwhile, Erda. You're in your cell. Your mind is starting to calm down as you begin to focus on things other than weird, random noticings about the reptilite races.
I am creating a manifesto, a concerto of reptiloid lore within my mind. Escape. Yeah, and after having a what I can only describe as a seizure of knowledge being forced into my brain, my character will kind of pop up and go back to the hole in the wall, like slowly, almost like debilitatedly crawl toward this wall,
All
and then
right.
look up and say in Reptiloid, "As I said before, I'll become your savior." And I just keep laughing really loudly.
I love it. All right. You do that, and you hear nothing but silence for a moment. I have to make a roll, as my notes dictate. There it is. I think I have a delay even on me, to be honest.
You rolled a 17.
Oh, I see it now, but yeah,
Oh, okay. I was gonna
I'm
say
just saying it took a moment, and I'm just like, really,
I was
what's
like,
up here?
I was like, you rolled a 17, and it was
Well,
very impressive.
I saw the dice laid, and then nothing come up on the box, and I'm like, what the?
That's all I wanted to say was it was very. I saw it and I was like, oh shit, whatever he rolled, that's probably not good.
You hear in Reptiloid or Reptilite. Sorry, I almost used your
Reptilite.
word.
I'm sorry. I keep using that word and completely.
I have never said Reptiloid. I don't know where you got that from, and I don't like correcting people, but at the same time, I didn't say it.
It's just my elven superiority complex.
That must be it.
Yeah.
So anyway, you hear in Reptile, because that's the actual name of the language, at least from the Vallanthia standpoint. I'm not going to say the Reptile version because I don't speak Reptile and I don't like hissing that much.
Yeah. Well, we can say that it's the hoity-toity elf version of what we call their language.
We prefer Reptiloid.
Yeah.
All right. So in Reptile, you hear back. I may be beyond a savior. I don't know how you could get me out of this.
Tell me, my child. Tell me. Is he bound to you? Your soul? Your body?
He resides within me, yes.
And what deal gave him such power?
I was meant to heal. But it was a complex ritual. They wanted to bring him into a different body, a dead body. But I was asked to preserve it and make it look whole so that when he took it over, he could use it. Like if you had just died and then a demon took over, your body would still be, I guess, viable, but their body wasn't, and I was supposed to fix it. I wasn't able to fix it in time. It's not easy to fix dead flesh. It's not something I know how to do, and it hurts a lot. So much more than I imagined. And I was weak, and when it came through, it chose me instead. It didn't want the body they'd offered. But in its head, I can hear things. I can see things. And I had knowledge I didn't have before. I cut runes on myself that would trap it. I don't think it can hurt anyone as long as I'm alive. I've tried really hard not to tell anyone. So if this is a trick, well, just know I'll do what I can to protect everyone from this creature.
With life comes sacrifice.
Ah, you sound like one of them. I may have screwed up.
Free yourself. You must give away yourself. This is your only option.
I don't know what that means, and I don't trust you.
You will soon. It is your only defense against the creature who is winning your struggle currently.
I don't think he's winning. I don't think he can defeat me, but I might be wrong. But I don't think so.
He has already won. You give your life for his.
No.
You have.
Who are you?
Again, I am here to save you.
That doesn't explain anything.
My name is Erda. Chalath me. I am an elf. A mystic elf. Folk. I do not know if you know of my species, but we know of many, many things. Many beautiful, ancient, destructive, and terrible things. And if you wish freedom and solace from what pins you here, I may be your only option for salvation.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
Okay.
You are not the most persuasive.
Hold on. Right now, I'm not the most persuasive.
That's a straight up 0. So
yeah, I have 6 character points that I can spend. And this is
we're changing this around. All right.
And this is very, very important to me, so I'm going to start spending some character points. So I'm going to start with 2, and I'm going to roll.
Roll those 2 wild dice. If either's a 6, that's awesome.
8. I'm going to spend 2 more.
Okay.
So that's 4 XP total. 2 more. Boop. Damn, that's a 15 though.
Great. All right, you stopping there?
I feel like this is going to be a much harder roll than a 15 because personally, if I was in your shoes, I would make this a roll that would be higher than a 15. So I'm going to spend 2 more, even though that sounds kind of metagamey. It's really important for my character to try to.
That's exactly that's kind of how the rolling works in this game as far as that stuff goes. It's really just straight up you playing poker with me, and I'll be like, looks like you're failing. What do you feel?
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Exactly. So I'm going to spend I'm going to spend 1 more XP and add that. See how that works. I'm stopping.
Okay. What was that die? Because I don't see it.
It's a 5.
It's a 5?
So it puts me exactly at 20. Yeah.
All right. That's a good place to stop. All right. So that you're clear, that is a difficult roll. What you have said, you feel like you have made your intentions clear, and you feel like you didn't have any shakiness in your voice. You feel like this came across like you've nailed this interview. You think you've done well.
Okay.
At the moment, he is quiet. Then you hear, and how would you help?
You said you warded your body just to pin him inside of you.
It's the only way to contain him that I had at the time.
And if his spirit were to be the only thing inside of your body, he would be stuck. If I drew you out of your body and put you into somewhere else, you would be free to walk away and start anew. And
Now
he would
he
remain
has to make a check.
forever trapped here.
Actually, he does have some of that knowledge, so I guess I'll give him 4 dice. It's actually pretty good. It's actually a really good roll. All right. He considers for a moment what you've said. To pull my soul from this body, you'd have to be a practitioner of their magics. No magic on Terra does this.
The magic I know is much, much older than what these novices pretend to. I am studied in my knowledge. This will be a daunting task. I am freeing you from a demon that is bound to your will. Doing so is no mere feat of ease. But if I do this, I expect information. I expect cooperation. I expect redemption.
What would you want to know?
Those who did this to you, I want them.
It was not the cult of flame like the people say. These were demon worshippers.
Aye. Something far more sinister is at work here.
If you can do what you say, get me out of this body and put me in another body,
Yes.
I suppose that would be fine, because he would still be trapped here.
Tell me,
I'll tell you what I know.
in addition to what you know, tell me who is the one here who has done the most harm to you? Ignored your pleas, whipped you when you pled, robbed you when you were hungry.
I mean, other than Valrakar, the demon inside me?
Indeed, yes.
I don't know. They wear blue sashes. I was tortured on a table. It was like, and he starts describing a place that you're very familiar with.
The room that the room they held me in.
Yeah, I'll ping it for you in case you've forgotten. But yeah,
No, yeah, I remember.
Or if people at home can see this, because I have no idea what's actually showing up on our YouTube channel. But you get the impression that he was interrogated in the interrogation room. But he doesn't seem to know any of their names.
Okay, I go. Right. You tell me what you know, and you will walk away as a guard in their body, free for whatever you need.
I don't want to kill a guard. I don't want to kill anyone. I'm not a killer. I'm a healer.
Then I will. I have associates who can bring me resources. If someone has recently passed, I can have them bring body potentially. Perhaps we can use that.
Thanks for what you were offering me to take over a guard's body instead of him, like this demon does to me. I wouldn't have wanted that. But if someone's already dead, maybe. But if you kill someone to do this, I don't want it.
Do no harm. I do not wish to kill either.
Make a persuasion check. I wouldn't make you make a second one, but you did offer to murder. And believe it or not, the host of this demon is a pacifist. He really is a healer.
Well, yeah. Well, I didn't offer to murder anybody. I offered to put him inside of somebody else's body.
Yeah, it's not. He's not seeing that as.
That's fair. If his
Yeah.
if his interpretation of that was I'll murder them and then put your soul into them, that is
That is how he heard it.
yeah. That
Because
is
otherwise,
fair.
he wouldn't have full control. That's something he's well aware of as someone who shares his head.
Well, yeah.
Right
True.
now, he's in charge. He made his roll earlier. That was what that 17 was earlier.
Oh, awesome. That's great. That is very good. Okay. Oop. 0. So he realizes, or he feels like this guy is someone who would probably kill somebody.
I will not. I will not take your offered bodies. Kill no one. You think you hear him stomp away? It's not. It's hard to hear really between your cell and his cell through that tiny hole that's cut between the two.
Okay. I go, we are both stuck here until we come to a resolution.
And there is no response.
I sit down and wait. I got no other option but to wait him out.
That's a fair point. So
At least for now.
So we'll cut over to Esri. Hey, Sarah.
Yes.
Hey, what's Esri up to? Did you want to talk to any other inmates or anything else you'd like to be doing?
I'm just gonna continue my rounds and pretty much do the same thing I've been doing of, do you need anything or, anything you want to tell me, that kind of thing. That's pretty much my routine.
There are 2 other inmates you haven't spoken to. You want to go left to right or right to left?
Let's go left to right.
Fair enough. All right. So you were in front of, I think his name is Derek, but I'll pull up the metaplot so I can see it. It is Derek. I got it right. All right. You see a 30-year-old man with a burn scar on one side of his face. He's wearing rags that pretty much everybody in here is wearing as far as the inmates go. And he'll look up as you bring his food. He'll stand up and walk over and slide the tray from underneath the opening in the bars where they slide trays. He doesn't really speak to you unless you initiate. He doesn't look like he's looking for a conversation.
I'm just, like I said, I'm going to be like, is there anything that you need? Anything you need to tell me?
He looks up at you almost with a puzzled look on his unscarred side of his face. Oh, not that I know of. He picks up some food and eats it and looks at you. What do you want me to tell you? He has like an anchor to him, but not the kind of I'm going to do immediate physical violence that you get from that one feral dwarf. Just sort of I'm a pissed off guy in a cage.
I'm not looking for anything in particular. Just wanted to know if you needed anything or if you're okay.
No, I'm not okay. I'm here.
Are you comfortable as you can be under the circumstances?
Use an extra blanket.
All right. I'll go get him an extra blanket.
All right. You bring him an extra blanket, and he seems a little bit surprised because most of the guards here don't seem to give any Fs. He just looks like a little puzzled as he takes it from you. Just, thank you.
You're welcome. If you need anything else, you're welcome to tell me.
All right.
And then I'll move on to the next person.
You see an old balding man dressed in rags again. Just really long, pointy beard. He's got the cul-de-sac look, just the hair that comes around but does not extend across the top. Yes? What? Oh,
Brought.
Oh.
Right, I brought your fruit. Is there anything that you need?
I like my robes. I'd like my crown, my throne. That'd be nice. But you're going to keep me locked down here. Servants of that traitor.
Okay. Anything you need to make you more comfortable?
Well, any chance you can bring my real bed down here?
Your real bed?
It's in the Castle Vallanthia. All right. I am the king. I'm the rightful king of this entire place.
Ah, I see.
I don't belong here. If you really want to do right by me, you will help me go and reclaim my throne.
If you're the rightful king, how did you end up in here?
Traitors, obviously. There's a fake on the throne. He doesn't even claim to be a part of the throne. His name is Traer Nolan. He says he's the regent king, watching the place for my granddaughter. I'm the king.
Where's your granddaughter?
I hope she's alive in the castle. I hope she's doing fine. I had a granddaughter, and then I had a little tiny baby grandson. It's been a while. He's probably older now. I don't know how long I've been down here. I'd be willing to say 3 years, maybe 5.
What's your granddaughter's name?
It's a very good question that I now must look up. You son of a bee. He says the woman's name, but now Howard is curious to what I wrote because I didn't expect that to come up today for some reason.
I'm just curious if he's mentioning actual people in the castle or if he's just making things up out of whole cloth.
Okay, that's a fair question. Go ahead and it'd be a scholar check to know heraldry, like who's in charge of different kingdoms.
Well, I figure if I get the name, I can go and ask the other guards who are locals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can definitely get that. You get the name.
Okay. So is he giving me the names of actual people that live in the castle, or is it just stuff he's made up?
When you go and check it out with other people, the names are correct.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't disprove his story. Doesn't prove it. It just doesn't disprove it.
No, I'm aware, and I asked the guards about that.
The current king regent's name is Traer Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
He was like the royal vizier, the Jafar of the kingdom.
Yeah.
But the king, let's see, there's the king regent, the princess. Wrong place. Doesn't actually say their names. I know I wrote their names down somewhere. But yeah, the Traer Nolan is the correct name for that person. Kingdom of Land. There it is. Young Princess Alyssa Vallan. All of their last names are Vallan, as far as the actual royal family. That's the kingdom. That's the kingdom of Vallanthia, the entire continent, Vallanthia. You feel like these people are in charge. Alyssa is her name.
So I asked the guards about if he has any actual relation to them or if he's just crazy.
The guards are pretty sure he's crazy. They've all heard his spiel, and they're all like, "Nah, that guy's been dead for like 2 decades. There's no way it's that dude."
What, the guy that he's claiming to be has been dead for 2 decades?
Yeah, he died. Well, he died, and then his son took over, and then his son died, and then the daughter Alyssa, she's currently 12 and is not old enough to rule.
Uh-huh.
So this Trader Nolan guy is running the place in her stead until she is of age to take over as the queen.
Let's see.
Part of which, because it's a little bit of a chauvinist society, part of which will involve her marrying someone, and then the two of them will rule as king and queen.
Right.
Because chauvinism. Haha, sucks to be a girl. But you
Okay.
can make babies, so you got that on us.
All right. So I get the idea. All right. So is that pretty much the end of my rounds?
Yeah, that's all the people you can really talk to, unless you'd like to go and talk to Eldrek.
No, that's okay. I will leave that to
There's also that one mysterious
friend there.
place you need to play someone to open up for, but you have a strong feeling nobody's home. Um, and then there's
Yeah.
the new guy, but nobody wants to talk to the new guy.
Alrighty.
All right. We'll cut back to White and Tall.
Hey,
You are
I
back
just
in
want
the
to
building.
apologize.
You are
I just want to apologize for being an ass earlier. My problems with this game shouldn't like derail the RP or anything like that, and I did that, and that's bad form on me. Anyways, off we go. Yeah, I'm running back to the sanitarium, reformatorium.
you're back in the building.
Right.
Who are you looking for? Or are you just going
Esri.
back to work?
We're not
Oh,
shadowy anymore, are we? Are we still shadowy? Does she?
If she didn't stop concentrating on it, you can be. Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, off.
It doesn't stop you from talking to people, but when you talk to people, they're going to notice that you are in shadows.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily make it obvious that it's magic, because sometimes people just have weird lighting around them when they walk around, and you're just like, what? Oh, okay.
Get back to the cell then. Get back to the genie cell, the blue guy cell.
All right, you get back to the blue guy's cell. You've kind of charged past there. Are you going to, at this point, I'm going to make you roll if you want to sneak past the guards,
Yes.
chill in the break area.
I will roll. I'll say, tell him I'll be right back. Just let me do this.
Certainly. I'll head back to our work area.
So, hiding is agility.
Stealthing is agility.
Yeah, I have hide
Hide
too.
is an acumen, and then stealth is under agility.
That's right. They're two separate skills. Agility. What bonus do I get for stealth for being shadowy?
I also don't remember what you rolled, so I'm just going to give you an extra die.
Okay. There's the third one in a row that I rolled.
I feel like your problem isn't so much this game as you're rolling.
Well, if
6 also exists, sir. You could try and roll it every once in a while.
yeah.
On the upside, it only took away a 3.
I'll go ahead and just spend a fucking fate point or whatever. I don't care. I'll spend points,
fate
whatever
or,
point.
or character.
Huh?
Character point or fate point? Character point's one extra wild die, whereas a fate point is the whole roll again added on to the first roll.
I roll twice and add the results together for a fate point?
Yeah, fate points are your big,
Wow.
climactic moments usually.
Okay, I just thought it was a reroll. Okay, character point. I'll spend that one character. I have 0 character points now.
That's
Let's
why
roll an
I had to
extra
spend
die.
both of those last game. I spent both of my fate points last.
Yeah, but they were huge.
Yeah.
So I'll roll an extra die, d6. Oh, there's a 6 that explodes, right?
It does explode. Go ahead and keep adding.
All right, there's an extra 10. So,
All right.
So that
You
is.
go into stealth mode and just you see them talking and joking, and right at a point where one guy makes a joke and everybody's like rolling their heads back, you just kind of like do a quick roll through and you move with super stealth past them, and you are in the hallway beyond where they can see. You move around to the side, and you can use your crazy magic to open up that area into. Oh, you didn't want to go to Erda's cell. You want to go to the other
Yeah, I
cell,
want to
right?
go to the other cell.
Okay, well, you can do that then.
So I will open it up. Stone shape. I don't know if that's enough. I can just do it again. I have the time.
You do have time. And it's not a crit fail or anything. It's just it's like you like get it, and you're just maybe it's because you just dashed through there so wildly. You're like you're not concentrating. You're just like I looked super cool a moment ago. Nobody saw it because that's how stealth works. Damn it. Oh right, focusing.
Right. I throw the lamp back in.
Okay. You throw the lamp in. Are you leaving it encased in stone?
Um, no. I'll unstone it.
All right. You can take time and you can unstone it, and then you can reset this wall. But I will make you roll for stealth once more to stealth by these guys.
Okay, but hold on. I'm gonna wait before I close it back up to see if the blue guy appears again.
All right. How long do you want to wait?
I like 5 minutes, or unless I hear someone walking up on me. If he
I
doesn't,
would say, Erda, go ahead and make a perception check, a search check.
if I don't hear somebody within like a couple minutes, if I don't see anybody appear within a couple minutes, I figure he probably escaped and I messed up.
Tell me what you rolled because it hasn't popped up yet.
13.
13?
Yeah,
All right.
sorry. Yeah. My bad. I was on mute.
Hey, there it is.
It was a 13.
All right. So you hear all this, like, you know that there's something moving around in the cell next to you, like you hear the stone moving. And you did see a flash. There's basically that dark flash of someone passing in front of your one little pupil.
Okay, so totally, they got it. They got it. They got him. They got it. They got it.
There's
That's it. All right. You don't say anything. That's cool.
Well, no, I'm saying that they got him. All right, they got it. They got it.
Okay.
I don't see anybody in this like cell that the blue guy was in, right?
This cell is empty.
Right. Okay. He's not doing anything. He's not coming out. Maybe I messed up. Maybe he's free. Maybe maybe I don't know. If he doesn't pop back up or show himself or is angry or mad at me or whatever for the next 5 minutes or something, whatever, close it back up.
All right. You close it back up.
I knock on the wall.
Hey, what's up, Erda?
You get everything done?
Look, I don't know. I may have released this blue guy over here mistakenly. I didn't mean to. But
The guy that that taught me how to speak reptile?
yeah. He taught you how to speak reptile. That's great. That's good. That really
Just understood it all of a sudden, and
that
won't
really
believe.
helps us out considering I got you a book on reptile. God dang it.
well, trust me, I found out a lot.
You know
Not
where,
just reptile.
you know where
I
the
learned
bookseller
about
is?
Air direct. I
What?
know that he worked with them. He was a healer. He was trying to maintain a body suited for this demon to possess. And that's how he ended up being possessed by this entity.
Right. So, can we unpossess him? And then he'll help us?
That's my thoughts.
So, how do we send a demon back to hell?
You, you don't. You trap him on the mortal plane. You trap him on the mortal plane.
But don't demons want to come to the mortal plane? Isn't that the reverse of a trap?
Not if they're stuck in a cell for eternity.
Oh, okay. How does this help us get the book seller?
Yeah, no. We have to convince him to give us the information.
I know that's the plan.
The smile on the DM's face
Are
is
you
just priceless.
okay? Do you need a walk or something?
No. I need time.
Right.
Time.
Right. Take all the time you need. Really. You're stuck in there until we get the information. We really need the information. Or we need to just scrap this entire thing and get everybody out of here.
No, I'm close. So close. I can taste it.
Right. Erda. Boy. Are you okay?
Once we've stumbled and stumbled through the darkness and rooted out the light, then we'll be okay. Then we'll be okay.
You told me that my master said we could trust the blue guy. Was that for real or is that imaginary?
No, he told me. He told me
I don't.
just as you're standing there, Jay. He said that we had an ally within the next room over.
Well, he had me attacked.
So, why?
Huh?
Who? Your master had you attacked?
No, this blue guy had me attacked.
But you said he was our ally.
Whoa, really?
Perhaps your master has some strange machinations? Perhaps this is a test. Perhaps you are being tested, your virtue.
Okay. I don't like this test. It's a bad test. I was attacked by 4 heavily armored people. It's a very bad test. If this is the test that they're putting me under at the temple, I don't want to be at the temple anymore.
Look.
It's a bad test. I understand that there are people out there who have like school, like I am your teacher, and then they like whip them all the time. I don't think those are good lessons. I don't like those kind of teachers. I ain't gonna go to those types of places.
There's whipping schools? Humans are terrible people. Why would humans have? Is this an elf thing? It can't be an elf. I've never heard this.
I've never
of an
read
elf
like
school.
a book about like a children's book where the mama bird shoves the baby bird out of the nest so it could fly, and it's like if they don't fly, it hits the ground.
Yes, birds do indeed kick themselves out of nests. Some of them will parasitically inject their children into the nest and then slowly knock other children out of the nest. Yes, taking over.
Yeah, I need you to concentrate. We're talking about a book. Or a bookseller.
Yes, books on birds. I understand.
A bookseller. We need a bookseller that sells books on necromancy. So does this guy know about the guy who sells books on necromancy?
Hold on. Didn't you say you went to some old bookstore to get this Reptiloid
Yes.
manuscript? Perhaps they would know a bit about books.
You would think that we would have exhausted that option before we came here to get information from the evil guys. And so we asked the Azure Order what they knew, and they said that they had no leads. I would assume that they talked to, booksellers about books.
No. They may not. They may be all. This. You don't even understand how deep the hole goes, do you, White Ape? Do you?
Look, if the Azure Order, like, if this guy, not just the Azure, if this guy from the Azure Order didn't do that kind of homework, then, like, I really don't respect them at all. At all. Like, I have barely respect for them right now.
They are in far beyond, far over their head. None of them will know. None of them could know.
Know what? What are we?
Cult. The cult. We're on the hunt for the cult.
Yes, exactly. Right. So, where are they?
I don't know yet.
Right.
I'm close.
You're close. What do we need to do to get you closer?
I think that the Red Order, or perhaps even the Blue Order, behind something.
It's.
You need to investigate. You and Ed and Ezri and Tom. You need to investigate the orders. We need a body. You don't kill anybody. Don't. White Ape, look at me. I put my eye in the hole. Look at me. Promise me you will not kill anyone.
This is really hard. People attacked me.
I need a body.
You need a body. Right. Because this is necromancy.
But it's... Well, no. Well... We're arguing semantics, I feel. And... There's time... And I need it.
Okay. What do we need a body for?
To convince the man, Airdrek himself,
Right.
that it is possible for him to escape.
Right. And a body does that?
A body that could help encase his soul without the soul of the demon would entice him. Vigilate.
And wait. You want to take one of the souls out of his body and put it into a dead body?
I want him to believe it.
This sounds like a bad idea. How about a puppet? Can we put him in a puppet body? I mean, what's the difference between a dead body and some dead wood that is in the shape of a body?
I have only encountered that idea in theory, and I don't know if he would buy that.
Wait, are we tricking him?
I'm not a very convincing person, White Ape.
Oh, so we're tricking him. We're not actually putting him in a dead body. We're tricking him into thinking he can be put in a dead body.
You outthink people in order to convince them. Cannot.
Could you tell me the plan?
Charisma.
My
You've
God.
not been listening, White Ape, this whole time.
I've been listening.
The order.
This plan
White Ape,
is confusing, and I'm
White Ape.
trying to figure it out.
White Ape. Are you listening?
So, let's take this plan from the beginning. To
All right.
convince the guy in there to give up the location of the cult, you need a body to convince him that you can put him in it, but you're not going to, in order to get the location of the cult.
That all depends on him.
On me?
Him.
Oh, on him. Which part depends on him?
Hey, Corey, at this point, would you make a streetwise check for me?
Sure. I
I feel like this could go
could
on
you
the rest
tell
of the
me
game.
could you tell me what the skill is for the attribute is for that?
It's acumen.
Okie
He's
doke.
right. It's acumen.
Oh shit!
There we go. I got 20.
Wow. Hey, your friend Erda has been trapped in a box for several days with very little light and is losing his freaking mind. What he's saying makes absolute sense to him, but if it sounds off to you, half of it might be right, but a half of it might be because he's losing his freaking mind because you've left him in a box for
Yeah, I
several
know.
days. He needs therapy. He needs out.
Okay.
This has to. You have to come to a conclusion soon.
Okay.
Anyways, continue your conversation. Just
All
that
right.
thought occurs to you.
Erda, this is the new plan. Listen to my plan and tell me if you
Okay.
like it.
Okay.
I'm going to get Esri, and she can, cover me in shadow. I'm kind of shadowy right now. I don't know if you've noticed.
It's you very hard to see in.
No,
People.
don't talk. Just listen. We're going to get you out of here, and you're going to go out and get a drink with us, and then we can discuss getting that body. And then we're going to put you back in here like nothing happened.
I blink out of the cell and into the hallway and go, listen, White Ape, listen. Put my hands on your shoulder.
You can't. There's a wall.
No,
No, he blinked out of the cell. He appeared
teleport
next to you.
Yeah, I teleport out of the cell
Oh.
next to you.
Okay.
And I put my hands on you and I go, you can leave whenever I want. It's a foot.
But, dude, this is not good for you. No amount of gold is worth this.
You said it was all for the gold.
There are other ways to track this guy down. You don't have to put your sanity on the line, and you're talking like you're not talking very well. Like, you asked me to bring you a dead body.
But not to kill anyone.
No, what? What are you saying?
But not to kill anyone.
No, you're still asking me to grave dig and get you a dead body.
No, a grave digging is what that body would be far beyond useless at that point. No, this man needs to be convinced.
What do you want me to do?
It'll happen upon a dead body, and then, bring that body here, maybe.
I am loving this discourse.
Want you
Like,
to just
yes, just go to the
happen to
morgue and you shall
magically
find some
find a
fresh
dead
one.
body.
You're
Oh,
not.
yes.
As you do.
I'm sure someone has passed away in the city. It's a hellish
Do they have a
town filled
morgue?
with necromancers.
So you want me to
Someone has died.
steal a recently dead person from a family? Would you like me to stake out an orphanage so that way it doesn't have a family?
And then listen. Ooh, well, I don't think a child's body would work.
I'm not. This is sarcasm.
The fact that he doesn't know that is disturbing.
I have cultural unfamiliarity. I come from a scholarly, recluse
Jesus.
scholarly era. Okay, I go. Okay. There.
You need to come up with a better idea. Or I can come up with a better idea.
A saner one, at least.
I'm not explaining this well, but you need to understand. We can discover much more, I think, than what we came here for. There is a much darker plot afoot.
Look,
what
I,
he
I
says
feel
is
like we're
true.
getting beyond our focus here. We're not. If there's a much grander thing afoot, we're just 4 people. We're not the Azure Order. We don't have all of these resources.
Well, it could be them.
You think the Azure Order are the cultists?
He said something to that effect, yes. That who he worked for
That
wore red.
we work for the Azure Order.
Hey, just a quick point of clarification. He said who he worked for was demon cultists that were not really the Apostle of the Flame, but they were killed by the people wearing red. But he was brought here by people wearing red.
Oh, I misinterpreted things then.
Hey, I'm happy to clarify.
Okay.
There was a lady who had a story that Sarah's character heard that involved people wearing red being the people that brought her down here, and that killed her husband, not being the Apostle of the Flame.
No.
That was a different thing also.
I was talking about what the guy was saying. I thought he was saying that it wasn't the Apostles of Flame weren't evil, and was implying that the Knights in Red were trying to hide the demon cult by blaming the Acolytes of Fire. I
There
thought that's
has
what
been,
he was trying to imply.
if you go like kind of far back to what Vallanthia Thornheart told you, to every story you've heard since then, it looks like the light tries to attach the Apostle of the Flame to demon stuff. But the people wearing red are the people that came down, or actually it was the people wearing blue that came down and found this guy when he was in the caverns beneath the ruined temple and brought him out here. It was people wearing blue. It wasn't even red.
Okay, so then
because it was the Azure Order, not the
so then I definitely didn't understand that correctly. So I wouldn't say that there are grander things then.
Okay. So
there might be, but I'm just saying that I don't want you to think that I said there was that.
Yeah.
When I didn't
Well,
say
I was also kind of inferring from the way he said it. I thought, oh, well, that means that they're hiding it, and he knows something about the fact that they're hiding it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So the plan. I can't get a dead body. So how are you going to get the information about where the bookseller is or these cultists? Cultists work. I like cultists too. Cultists will be fine.
Well, he knows. He certainly knows quite a bit about the cult of demons that he was working with.
Right.
He says that he was a healer.
He's a healer working with a cult of demons.
He was supposed to keep
demon worshippers.
Demon worshippers.
Right.
But he was assigned to keep a body fresh for transference of a demon who was being summoned. Yes.
Why would a healer do that?
Well, I don't know. Not yet. I just learned how to speak Reptile.
Is he a reptile? I thought he was a person.
The only
Not that reptiles aren't people. It's just that, like...
Racist!
I thought he was like a
Damn!
human
Nice
person?
Freudian slip there, Corey.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I say he can only speak. He seems to only speak in Reptile.
Does that have anything to do
I
with his
just-
demon possession?
I do not think so.
Okay.
I don't know. I think you don't.
Right.
understand
So
my
what do
point.
you need?
I just became capable of speaking with the man.
What do you need besides
minutes
the
ago.
dead body?
Way to convince him that he can have salvation. That's the only thing that is going to draw out this information. If I cannot convince the demon, because he
So
wants direct results,
we
the only
can't-
person I can convince is the man.
We can't exorcise the demon to save the man.
We can save the man by excising the man from the demon.
And we can't transfer him to another body without... Can we...
Body.
Can we, like... Can we put him in, like, somebody else's head? Can there, like, be two people in a person's head?
Yes. It's what is currently happening to him now.
So why don't we do that? And then we can find another suitable body. If we can transfer a soul once, we can do it twice, right? Can you do this? Because I can't. This seems like insanity to me.
I am a practitioner of and a student of many different types of magic. I am just let's just say that
Let me
I am
ask you something.
exploring the possible.
How does he feel about his dual personality? Do you know anything about that?
He seems to be suffering quite greatly against.
He's suffering, right? But how does he feel about it?
He hates the demon.
He hates the demon. Okay.
Demon is his prison.
What did you say?
And the only reason the demon is his prison, even though he does not wish to accept this. His
So
life is already
he doesn't
forfeit.
want to be in with this demon at all.
He doesn't want to have anything to do with the demon. He was not supposed to be involved. He simply was a means to hold this vessel until it was transferred to a more perfect form. And then he failed in doing so and was stuck with the demon.
So
And the only thing he could do was get
he believes that this
into his
demon,
own body to keep the demon inside.
but he believes that this demon should walk the earth. He was doing this to make sure that the demon was wanting to walk the earth.
He was a member at some point of this cult, I imagine.
Okay. Then maybe we can work on that part.
Yes, well, I need time for that.
You can't give him salvation. That's unrealistic. Unless you're spinning a really good lie, in which case just keep lying and lying and lying until he
That's
just
what
gives
I've
it.
been trying to do, but it is very difficult to do.
I understand
Especially in
that.
another language.
Do you need me to bring you a body? Because there.
Give me time and come and check on me tomorrow.
Okay.
I turn and I poke my eye back into the hole and I teleport back into the room.
All right. Yes, I see Sarah's bloody pillow. All right. Time to get back to everybody else. This is bad news.
What?
Hey, she's awake.
What bloody pillow?
He was hypothesizing that you had been like bloodily murdered
Yeah.
or
You were gone. It looked like a bloody pillow from where we were sitting. It still looks like a bloody pillow.
It's a rose, you weirdos. They're roses.
Like your dad just hacked you up, and you didn't even make a scream. Good on you, I guess, for not wanting to interrupt the show.
I
You
stealth.
guys are weird sickos.
I stealth my way out of there with a 21.
All right, you are like a ninja
I'm very good
rolling
at
around
agility.
in your shadowness. You're gonna have to get her to do this to you all the time.
All right. I'm gonna go see Esri about this entire situation.
All right, you find Esri is walking away with her empty trays that she's just gathered from the hungry prisoners, or no longer hungry prisoners.
Hey, Esri.
Yes.
Erda's not doing too well in there. I think it's not doing wonders for his mind.
Is he losing it?
I think so, but he doesn't want to like leave, and I'm trying to convince him that we can just put him back in later, and we should go get some lunch at a tavern or something. He's got this idea that he wants to do way more with what he's doing than he needs to. And
Well, if he doesn't seem of sound mind, why are we taking what he wants into consideration?
well, he's like still half there. He's doing the thing he needs to do. But the plans that he's coming up with are not feasible. Like he wanted me to get a body.
What do you mean a body?
Okay. So the guy in the cell, he's got a demon soul in him and a human soul in him. And the human soul was a healer that was working with cultists, which is already strange, but whatever. This guy believes in the cultists, he wanted a demon to roam the earth, and he's a healer. So when they were going to do the demon ritual, apparently that's when the Rojo order came in and decided to mess with everybody, arrest everybody. And so it disrupted the body. They couldn't use the body, and they put the demon in him. And that's what made him go crazy nutsoid, doing weird demon magic on the walls. And now Erda's saying that the only way to get the information out of him about these cultists, who he says aren't... No, he didn't tell me that. I'm sorry, he didn't give me that information. Howard gave me that information. Howard just said that. But Tarek did not relay that information to me. So the only way to get... About the light, yeah. I don't have that information. So what Erda is saying is that he can give this guy salvation. And I think he thinks he can remove a soul and put it into a body.
Can he?
I don't know. I've seen him do weird stuff.
We don't really know what Erda can do. Just because he says something like that doesn't mean that he's gone nuts. Maybe he really can do that.
Exactly.
I mean, you saw what he did with the blood. That was crazy.
And he's part of a very secretive order of elves that don't, like, they hoard their knowledge. They don't interact with society. So I don't know what they can do.
All right, so if he needs a body, does that mean we have to go kill somebody?
No, he said don't go kill anybody.
Well, how else are we supposed to get a body?
This is why this is a bad idea. And I don't want to kill anybody. And
are we supposed to steal someone from where they keep the dead? Steal one from where they keep the dead bodies?
Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. We're not doing that. He's got to come up with a different plan, or we got to come up with a different plan. Somebody's got to come up with a different plan.
This was all just about a book, right?
This is about a bookseller.
This seems a little too intricate for just trying to find out about a book.
This is what I'm saying. And I've kind of said this from the beginning. And I'm glad you're finally on my side on this. We had a very good deal with the Adventurers Guild, and now we're in a weird, like an insane place because we want it to work with the Azure Order. But we're already here. We can't turn back now. We're here.
So what are you suggesting?
I'm just suggesting that we keep Erda focused on either finding the bookseller or any of the cultists. Just one cult. If we can find one cultist, all of this would be for nothing. We can get everybody out of here. We can go track down that cultist and give him to the Azure Order. Done.
Okay, so let's do that.
Because we've been here way too long, and I don't... Look, I'm fine with being underground. You're fine with being underground. Tom is fine with being underground. But it's cutting into my studies. I want to get back to work.
All right, so what do you want us to do?
Just keep Erda focused. Just keep Erda focused. Where did she go? She's
I
gone.
was just wondering the same thing.
Yeah, like she responded and then
We got like 43 minutes left. I have to pee, so while we wait for her to come back, I'm gonna go pee.
Sure. It's intermission.
well, I got something to show off.
What do you got?
I got a thing.
You got a
A
thing?
tip jar.
Tipus
Yeah, you're
Maximus.
probably gonna see it backwards, but it says Tipus Maximus.
No one can actually see it on the stream.
Always welcome
I'll try and move it. There we go.
and tips. So it's a big old acrylic jar that I got myself for the new job that I'm gonna start working on the weekends. Though I am kind of wondering what I want to do with this little blackboard thing.
Write something on it?
Yeah, I want to write something on it, but what do you suggest? Thank you, or I already like basically filled up a lot of slots here that says, tips, please.
I couldn't. I don't know, my friend.
I also got this little thing too.
Yeah, that's neat.
Uh huh.
What are they called?
It's an easel.
They got a specific name.
Oh, it's a blackboard, that's for sure. So I can use that chalk marker. Yeah, while I was waiting for you to do your scene as well, I swear that chalk marker has a
I'll
fucking
probably
smell.
get back to you, and we can talk and figure this out. And there's Sarah.
There she is.
She's back.
Also, I'll be right back. I wanna quickly get something before Howard comes from his bathroom break. So,
Howard made a bathroom break. I think we're good. Are you like, yeah, all we want you to do is keep Erda focused and not going off into weird tangents.
I'll try, but if
'Cause-
he's losing it, that may not be too easy.
Because the people down here aren't good people.
No.
I want to be in a place where there are good people. Yeah. By the way, let me tell you what happened with that guy in the cell next to him. I might have released him.
You did what?
Okay. So let me tell you the story so you know this wasn't a mistake. It was like okay. So you know how my master, the Earth Master, the Grand Master of Earth, he comes down here and he feeds that the blue guy that's in that cell.
Yes.
He's blue, by the way. He's blue and he has a horn.
Okay.
And he came by Erda's cell and said that he's an ally, that we should trust him. Because Erda told the Grandmaster our plan. And so the Grandmaster is like, you should trust this guy. So I go over there and I make a deal with him. And I say, hey, help us out and I'll do anything you want except for release you. I won't release you. And he said, sure, will you deliver something for me? And I said, I'll deliver something to whomever you like. So he gives me this brass lamp. And he says, put this out in the middle of the street. And I'm like, this seems pretty suspect. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to case this in a brick. And then I'm going to go see my master and ask him about it because he'd know. And then I get out on the street and I see the blue guy talking to some warriors. And then the warriors are really upset and they come after me. So he set them after me. I don't know how this lamp is connected to him at all. But I figure if this thing can make him, if he has to be near this thing maybe, if he's connected to somehow, I'm going to put the lamp back in the cell. So I ran back, I put the lamp back in the cell. I don't know if he's free forever or if he's back in the cell. I don't know. But
That's a very strange story.
that is a very strange story, isn't it?
Yes.
But If
It doesn't sound good.
no, so like I said, if this guy's
Maybe
upset at us because I didn't deliver the lamp, he's trying to trick me into releasing him, and I'm not doing that.
maybe we don't tell that story to the people who hired us.
Of course not, never. Oh yes, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
No.
We'll just pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah, but I wanted to let you know because I didn't want to blindside you with any of this stuff.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Hey, Erda, can you make a charisma metal check while they're talking?
Who, him or me? Oh, okay.
Erda. That's not the best, I'm assuming. Hasn't come
Yeah,
through
it's an
yet, but you
8.
got a look on your face.
I'm gonna spend my last
Oh, there it
character
is.
point.
Yep, that's an 8.
And I'm gonna add another d6. Okay, 11. I can feel better about 11.
All right, you hear a voice, and for a moment, like for an instant, like in the blink of an eye, you see that big blue person that taught you, Reptile, sitting in your cell with you. Although there's not really enough room, like he can't really fit there, but somehow he does because he's huge and he shouldn't. But he's there, and he goes, "Your friends are never actually going to let you out of here. They want to keep you in here as long as possible." And then he's gone, and that thought is now stewing in your brain.
Oh.
But with your 11, you're like, that doesn't seem right. And then with all the madness that you felt up till now, I'm sure I didn't just see anyone. I'm having an imaginary thought. Clearly, no one just said that. My friends are my friends. And that guy's not in here. He wouldn't fit.
He wouldn't fit. It was weird that he was kind of clipping through the walls. Now that I think.
Anyway, back to your conversation there. I apologize for the interruption, my Dave and Ezra.
All right. So, you go make sure Erda's on point so we can get out of here, all of us, as quickly as we can. And if that blue guy is anywhere and he says I broke a deal with him, just know that he broke the deal.
Yeah, there's something weird about that guy. He's pretty slippery. I don't trust him.
I said I'd do anything but release him. He tried to trick me to release him. He broke the freaking deal.
Sounds like it.
All right. I'm going to get back to Tom, and we're going to build that secret escape route. Don't tell anybody.
All right. I guess I'll go check on Erda. Since I think he's losing his shit now.
All right. Ezri, you go to Erda. You don't have to roll any stealth checks. You can just walk on by the guards. They don't. One of them will be like, "Hey, you want me to go with you? You all right there?"
I'm fine.
Oh. Shot that. All right, you're outside of Erda's cell there. Unless, I apologize. Tom, are you doing anything other than digging right now? Do I need to, do you want a scene, or do you want to just continue working? You're on mute, Matt.
Please repeat your statement, because I thought we were focusing on Ezri.
Yeah, I said before that, though, I wanted to double check, make sure you weren't trying to do anything, accomplish anything other than
Probably just just working on the cells. If anything, if you want me to do a craftsmanship roll or crafting roll, I can do that.
You're more than welcome to. See if you can make more headway than expected. If you can exceed the TN.
All right, good thing that one wasn't a wild die.
It was not. You did good. All right. Were you working on the new wing that y'all are digging, or are you working on the secret escape route?
Let's go with the secret escape route this time.
All right, you made some decent progress. In my understanding, are y'all doing like just a diagonal upwards?
If I remember correctly, the plan was to create like a escape portal, like at the end of it. Like it's not really going to truly lead to anywhere, but there's going to be a portal at the end of the hallway that allows you to go to the outside.
Oh, okay.
That's what I recall.
I don't honestly remember that. Do any of you have the ability to create a portal that I'm not thinking of?
Or am I misremembering the whole thing?
You're the architect. You make the thing. Go, make it go.
All right, so
yeah, but he's asking, did any of you tell him anything about the ability to make a portal?
No, there's no magic involved other than moving stone around.
Okay.
So yeah, it's gonna slope upwards to hopefully a point to where it could lead to an alleyway. That way they could whomever uses it can make their escape.
With that roll and the times that you've been above ground, you think you're on track to where you're aiming.
All right, perfect.
You make some decent headway there. All right, then I guess now we'll go ahead and move on to Esri, who is going to. You were going to talk to Erda, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll walk up and go, Erda, you okay?
You muted yourself.
I, for a moment, stare at the wall and wonder if it's actually Esri. And then I lean forward and look out the little hole. Just as hard to see as White Ape.
Actually, far harder because she's all shadowy.
Hey, you okay in there?
Yeah, I'm in here.
Are you okay mentally? White Ape seems to think you might be losing it a little bit.
If you're looking through the hole, are you looking through the hole?
Sure.
Okay. You just see my eye go from like this to this.
Crazy eye.
Erda?
Just like, because I'm looking through the hole, right? With one eye.
Uh-huh.
And I was normally just looking through it, trying to desperately see through, you know what I mean? Trying to close my eye to focus it a bit better. And then instead, when you say that, my eye shock goes over my eye and it just pops open. You say that and I go, are you trying to say that I'm crazy now? That I belong in an asylum?
No.
I turn my head and sit down on the wall.
Get it together, soldier.
What did the blue guy tell you? I poke my head back up and look out the window, or look at the hole.
This is not the time to fall apart. This
what
is
did the
the
blue guy
time
do?
to be ready to march into battle. Erda.
Where's the battle?
It's a metaphorical statement.
Metaphorical battle.
Are you going to be able to get the information we need, or do we need to pull you out of here?
Look. I already told White Ape. I just need time.
How much time do you need? All we need to do is to find out about the book or the location of one of the cultists. That's all you need to do.
It was really
Don't
hard.
get distracted by other things.
Distracted by what?
I don't know.
literally
Anything.
have to sit here and talk to him all day.
Do you
I
think
can't
you
get.
can
I
get the
can't get
information
distracted.
we need or not?
I can't get distracted. I'm in a room by myself.
You need to focus on your objective.
My objective.
Yes, we came in here for a reason, remember? Get it together. You're embarrassing everyone.
I almost spit beer. Good job.
Look, I'm horrible.
All right. So remember, focus. Find out about the book or the location of a cultist. Got it?
That's exactly what I told White Ape.
Good. As long as you know what you're supposed to do. Do you need anything?
Body.
What?
Body. I just got
We
done
can't-
telling White Ape
We're not
all
gonna
about it. Did he not tell you?
Yes, but we can't get you a body.
What?
You need to just talk your way through things.
You
At
know,
this point, you hear that well, Sarah, go ahead and make a acumen check to also hear it. Erda does not need to make it because Erda's going to hear it because it comes directly to his cell.
Is it just straight acumen or is there a skill?
I'm going to go ahead and allow search for now, unless you have something better. It's for hearing. But if you have anything else that you think should help you, tell me what you roll because there's a delay.
All right, hang on. Oh,
Hey, there it is. You
12.
rolled 12. All right.
Yeah.
You got it to me at the time the delay did. All right. So you both will hear this. However, it isn't a twisted, like angry version of Elysian. So you know that there's a voice coming through, but Esri doesn't necessarily understand it, whereas Erda does. And what you hear is that all you need? I can help you. If that's your only goal, have your friend come around. And all she has to do is mark through a symbol, a sigil that has been drawn on this wall. One of these sigils, knock any of them out. Can tell you anything you need to know, but not before one of these things is gone. My friend already told you I can't get out. I'm trapped. There are symbols on my body. You're safe. Don't worry. Oh, I know everything he says. I can translate inside my head. Fine. Just come and just knock out any one of them. Give you just what you want. In fact, I'll give you both. I'll tell you anything you know about these books, and I can tell you the location of a cultist. I know where a lot of them live. I'll give you an address. Give you a mailing address. Give you a home address. Whatever you want.
I'm going to lean in and whisper, don't trust him. And then
He's
I'm going to
not speaking a language you understand.
Oh, good point. Good point. Okay,
But
I'm
you
going to
know
lean.
something happened.
I'm going to lean in and say, what did he say?
he's rambling about how he wants to murder you again.
Don't listen to him.
He told me that all you need to do is walk over there and smudge some sigils, and that he'll murder you. And then he'll tell us everything about what we need to know. And I think he honestly means it, but he will also probably escape.
Yeah,
You, sir, are my kind of people. I'm liking you more and more. It's very funny. But seriously,
we're not
if you want
going
to be
with
out
that
of the
plan.
hole, I'd do the thing.
All right. Figure it out. Stay motivated and focused. And then I leave.
Oh, you can't not be motivated.
Do you know what you need?
Burn on my hand.
You need me to pull off your head and grab down your throat. Just get over here and knock off one of these signals.
Jeez, Howard.
Do you keep like walking away? You just
Yeah.
head off.
He's gone
They
full
go-
Evil Dead on you.
I go. I turn back and
I'll
slide.
swallow your soul. I'll swallow your soul. Swallow this.
I'll slide back down the floor, and then just grab onto my knees and go. It's been a long couple days.
I have
And
already offered you ways to make your time easy. You're the one being a stickler about it. I'll never let this other guy talk to you. Airdrek is as good as dead. He doesn't matter. You're dealing with me. I'm not giving you the information. I'll scramble his brains if I got it.
If you scramble his brains, then you're stuck there. Forever.
I'm not asking you to let me out. I know you're scared of me. Just ask you to give me the freedom to tell you what I know. I want to help you. I want to do something, interact with anyone other than this reptile in a person body. Just knock out a signal. I'll tell you what you want to know. I've played too much Planescape. I keep saying sigil instead of sigil. I apologize. Dude would say sigil.
I will slowly inch toward the wall and look through the hole again. Can I make him out?
Yeah, at this point he's actually pretty close to the hole. So you kind of see it looks like a humanoid face and that same eye looking at you, but you see it red. The eye that is looking at you is red right now.
Is when you say it's red, do you mean like the iris or like the iris is red, or do you mean like the entire eye is like red and bloodshot?
No, just the iris. Like it's kind of a glowy red.
Okay.
That indicates not a human, even though as far as you know, this guy should be a human based on the description you were given by Vallanthia Thornhide. But literally no one has actually walked all the way around the corner and shined light in the cell to look at the dude. None of you have tried it. I'm pretty sure that a torch might work. No one's tried it. It's entirely possible it doesn't work, but no one's tried it.
Okay. So what I want to do is look toward him, and then I'm going to use was there anything in my room that I could use at this point to inflict self-harm? Is there anything?
They left you flint and steel, I think, so that you can light fires, so you can see.
Yeah, I think that is true.
You have a bucket. You have a bed has been made for you. I mean, you can bang your head on the bed. It's stone because it was made by an earth crafting person.
Yeah, I think flint will work perfectly. Flint is really sharp, so I'm gonna use flint to split open my thumb, basically, and then I'm gonna put the like a little bit of blood over the like smear it over the hole.
Okay.
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast my blood sorcery. And here I want to describe what I'm planning to do, and then I want you to help me kind of work the blood.
Yeah, I'll work out a target number once you tell me what the plan is here.
I want to use the blood to like run through because this is a very thin hole that I have here, and I can't like
Yeah, it's
leap
pretty
through or have clear view of somewhere behind him right now to try to make some kind of a physical assault on him happen. So instead, what I want to do is have the blood travel through the hole and then go into his eye. And then I want to use that blood to draw more blood from his body to my body. Not inside of me, but to my side of the wall.
Okay. So basically, you're trying to steal a drop of blood from a person that is
On the other side, yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to do that because remember how we talked about how I could like have an animus of that person?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Go. All right. So that is something you should know how to do. So go ahead and do that.
Yeah. It's a
Then
power.
make your
It's a
check.
magical ability I have called Exsanguinate, so I'm going to use that.
Go right ahead.
Oh wow,
That's
26.
a very good roll.
That's yeah.
He certainly wasn't expecting it, but as you're pulling stuff out of him, we gave him a chance to resist. But he wasn't expecting it, so it's not quite the same as his normal rolls. So that'd be a straight physique. Should I use physique stamina or charisma medal? I think stamina sounds more appropriate here, which is limited to air direct stamina, which unfortunately for you is quite high. But I rolled shoot. So there you go. You are able to pull out. Let's see, you beat me by. You can put somewhere in your, I guess, inventory. I don't know how you're storing it. If you store it within yourself, just call it in your inventory or your notes.
Yeah, here's
3
actually how I.
points worth of his aminus.
Okay. So, and I have to. So this is the second part. Now that I've drawn it out, I have to form it into something, or it just goes away. And I have a skill for that we talked about. So the thing is called. I have to create those little blood orbs. And
right.
That's what I keep in my. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll that.
See,
store all this stuff.
I'm not gonna say whether or not I thought this out, but there may or may not be an NPC out there who stores things himself. But your blood orbs are good too, but not near as frightening as my thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, all right, and look at that. Oh no, that's not on the exploder, but I thought it was for a sec because I thought they actually.
No, it was just a solid roll.
Yeah, it's just a good solid roll. All right, no, yeah, you make your orbs, and you have the 3 points, as I said, which will last now because you made the things. Like 3 small pearls that are crimson in color and coppery in flavor, if you wish to roll them around your mouth.
Oh.
Oh, that tastes like blood. I don't like that at all.
Yeah. It tastes gross. It's so irony. Okay, so 3. Air direct.
You know, what's weird is that we know Sarah is there. She's just not there.
Yeah.
See? There she is.
I'm just laying down.
You just have to say her name and summon her whenever you'd like to look at her.
Just the ninja
I'm
mode.
like the genie in the bottle.
Okay, I'm going to listen to him feed for a while.
Actually, no. As soon as you do that, he goes, clever, and there's that angry Elysian. Oh, I know what you are. I know what you are. I'll just have to tell all your friends what you are. Clever.
And they will believe a demon can't speak their language.
You don't know what I'm capable of.
It's
That's
true.
fine, though. It's fine. When I tell them, they'll turn on you. You should just help me. I can give you what you want, or your friends can hunt you down like the mad dog you are. And I think that's what we're going to engage tonight.
Ooh. Like it.
All right. Hey, I'm looking forward to hunting down Erda like the dog he is. It's good times. Erda, you got any defense against rocks?
To be honest,
physical objects, dang it.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid one. No, I don't really have any.
Rocks are pretty solid.
Pretty much, yeah. I feel like solid beats liquid. Is that how that works?
Solid
pretty
beats
much.
liquid.
And then
I want to thank all four of you for playing. I appreciate all of your contributions. It's great that you show up and you play. And I hope you're having fun still.
Thanks for everybody in the.
Always the plan.
I'm gonna hit the outro in 3, 2, goodbye.
Goodbye.